please. If I can be of any service to you, please let me know. My deepest condolences.
You son of a bitch! You no good, miserable son of a bitch! Flowers? Who sent you the flowers, Walter? I didn't send them. They weren't from me. Who were they? Who sent them? Who? Is this what I deserve? Is this the thanks that I get? Is this my reward for living with you for 10 lousy years, you bastard? You lying, deceiving,
What are you doing? I know this is a shattering experience for you, but please respect the memory of the deceased. We're obliged to observe a modicum of decorum here. You have to take hold of yourself. Your husband is no longer with us. Try to remember the good times you shared together, not the bad. For verily I say unto thee, let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
You degenerate! It wasn't enough. All what I did for you, all what I gave you, it wasn't enough. You had to humiliate me. You knew that they talked behind my back. You knew that they laughed at me, that they pitied me, and they made jokes about me, but you didn't care. You didn't, did you? As long as you were having fun. As long as you... Oh, come out of there, Walter. I swear I'll pull every last hair out of your head. Come out of there. I'll break every bone in your lousy, miserable body. Come out of there, Walter. I want you to tell me why you made me the laughing stock of Riverdale. Come out of there. Come out of there. Come out of there.
Stop that! There's a service going on in the chapel for Mr. Bickerman. You can't carry on like this while there's a service going on for Mr. Bickerman. Look what you've done. You chipped the veneer. Your late husband is going to be put into the ground tomorrow in a coffin that already has a chipped veneer. Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
I don't care if they bury him in an egg box.
You're acting irrationally, Mrs. Katz. You have to control yourself. I know how difficult it is, but you must accept the fact that this shoe doesn't fit. Is this your shoe? Then why doesn't it fit your foot?
My foot is swollen. It's been swollen ever since the night Walter died. I had diarrhea and...
Ah! I didn't ask you. I don't want to hear about it. I don't. You'll have to help me. Just tighten your muscles and roll your foot into a little ball.
It is swollen. I can't roll it. I can only flatten it.
Mrs. Katz, I have work to do. I cannot spend all day putting on your shoe. There. That does it. Now, I have to direct the Bickerman family to their limousine. Can I trust that you won't do anything destructive in this place of mourning and meditation?
Oh, yes.
Will you swear to it?
Yes.
Very well. Just remember your promise. I'll be back shortly.
Hello, Walter. It's me, your wife. Well, I bet you thought you'd never see me again. I bet you thought you could lie and cheat and walk away without having to face the music. That was your style, wasn't it, Walter? Doing things and walking away as if it had nothing to do with you? Well, you are mistaken. You are very much mistaken. You've got a lot of answering to do, mister, and you are not going to get away with it. Not this time. Oh, no. Oh, no. What you did, I can't believe I was so stupid, so blind for so many years. Did you do it, Walter? Did you sleep with all those women? Did you have a girlfriend in Chicago and another one under 19 in Detroit? Did you sleep with my cousin Henny at Scotty's baby's first birthday party? The week I was in Florida with my parents, with the kids, did you bring a hooker into our apartment? And did she knock on our neighbor's door at 2 o'clock in the morning for a can of tuna fish? Is it true or false, Walter? I want to know. Everybody's been telling me stories all week long. I've been hearing stories about everything that you did, so I want a direct answer. I want a definite answer right now. Whose silk panties from Saks Fifth Avenue did I find in your chest of drawers? They weren't mine, because I buy seconds from Conway's. Who are they for, Walter? Who? I can't believe you. How could you? How am I supposed to raise the kids when I'm so angry and mad that I can't even see straight? What am I supposed to do with the rest of my life? Huh? Tell me. What I don't understand is that how could you fool around with all those women, Walter? Wasn't I enough? Didn't you yourself say that I satisfied you completely? I want an answer, Walter. I want you to come out of there and give me an answer. I swear. I know you're lying. You're probably lying anyways, because I know for a fact that you come out of there, Walter. If you wanted to talk, you talk. So come out of there and give me an answer. Come out of there and talk. Come out of there.
Move away. Move away. How could you? How could you desecrate the coffin? We had someone come in here and work for hours to make sure that your husband was buried in something presentable. And you've ruined it. You've ruined everything. It's a mess. If my father saw this, I cannot leave you alone with the deceased anymore until the other mourners arrive. That is final. You are in no shape to be left alone with the deceased. You are going to sit in that chair and behave yourself. And I'm going to sit right with you and see to it that you do no more mischief. We will sit and we will maintain decorum and respect for the late Mr. Katz. Whatever went on between you two in the past should be forgotten and forgiven. You must look toward the future and remember only the good things about the departed.
Do you have a cigarette?
Smoking is not permitted.
I asked for a room where smoking is permitted. Walter was a heavy smoker.
I'm sorry,
Most
but
of Walter's friends are heavy
He
smokers.
hasn't made,
If
but-
a person wants to smoke and kill himself, I think it's his prerogative.
Mrs. Katz, we do not have a smoking section. This is not American Airlines.
What happened to the flowers?
I dispose of those.
Oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe I was so stupid. I believed him for 10 years. I believed everything he said. I never questioned him. He had to go here. He had to go there. Out of town conferences, appointments, business meetings. I never questioned him. I never did. He cheated. I know he did. The evidence is overwhelming. His own sister told me he cheated. And then he's cheating on me right now, even in death, because he has another woman's flowers laying on top of him.
They were not another woman's flowers. I sent him those myself. For the funeral home. It's not personal. I assure you.
What I don't understand is, how was I the last one to know? It wasn't only the hookers or the girlfriends in Chicago or even Detroit. He slept with my cousin Henny. Have you ever seen Henny?
Of course not.
Ugly. Ugh. So ugly. If I had to describe her to you, I'd just be at a loss for words.
Your husband sounds like he was a very viral man.
It could be. I wouldn't know anything about it. And do you know what else I found out last night? We had a West Indian woman working for us as a domestic. I paid her $750 for a 4-day work week. And she was not a young girl at all. She had to be close to about 50. And then she was fat. I mean, she was fat. There was nothing at all physically attractive about her.
He didn't.
I never understood why the apartment was always dirty. And now I understand.
Did your husband have no admirable traits?
Well, I guess he had a few. We did have 2 wonderful children. And he did leave a substantial amount of money and insurance policies. And, well, he was a very unusual man. I mean, he built his own business in wholesale houseware products from nothing with his own 2 hands. He had so many friends. I mean, he was very popular and well-liked, more friends than anyone that I ever knew. And he had an energy and a quality about him that I thought was so special. And Well, Walter, are you happy now? You've convinced me that we had a rotten life together. Is that what you wanted?
You shouldn't be too intolerant, Mrs. Katz. Being faithful may not be the most important ingredient in a relationship.
That's easy for you to say. You don't know what it's like for a woman to be with a man for 10 years and to trust him. And then to find out that he's been fooling around with some of your best friends and your domestic.
If I told you I did, would that be helpful to you?
You?
Since we're exchanging confidences, yes, I have had a similar experience. Of course, it wasn't for 10 years and it wasn't with a wife, but nonetheless, the experiences are not dissimilar.
I don't believe I got your name.
Norm. That's my nickname. Legally, it's Norman Josephs. My father owns this funeral home, along with 7 others in the greater New York area.
Mm-hmm. But did you always want to get into your father's business?
Oh, yes. My family has been in this business for generations. There was never a doubt in my mind about it, Mrs.
Oh, Laura.
Laura.
Well, I mean, isn't it creepy working in a place like this?
In a sense, perhaps, but it certainly makes you aware of what is important and what isn't important. Death presents itself to one's consciousness every hour of the day and night. We have to deal with it and evolve a reason to go on living that is based on the transient nature of reality.
Well, I could never work in a place like this, not in a million years.
I think, ultimately, my life is enriched by these constant reminders of our mortality. What surprises me, Laura, is that you're a young woman and yet you seem to be, well, may I say, terribly behind the times?
How am I behind the times?
Your reaction to learning that your husband's been unfaithful. You're shocked, you're angry, you're revengeful. It's as if you haven't the least knowledge of the tremendous sexual revolution we've undergone in this country. Your husband didn't murder anyone. He didn't deprive you or your children of his love and protection. So he has sex with other women. Is that cause to abuse him now that he's no longer with us?
I swear, what do you not think what he did was so bad?
Was it? Having sex with other women, did it take anything away from you?
Now that you think about it, now that I do think about it and you mention it, it did. I really think it did.
I doubt that very much. Sex is no longer the private, sacrosanct intimacy it once was. All that has changed. Sex has no more meaning today than shaking someone's hand.
Well, I remember that the next time I'm introduced to someone else.
Frankly, you don't strike me as the type of person who gives up on life. You're a fighter, a survivor. You'll be meeting new men now and trying to make a new life for yourself and your children. You ought to look around and see what's out there in a singles world since you were married.
I could.
Not for weeks or months, of course, but eventually you'll have to come out of that shell. People are more liberated today, less inhibited, less fearful of casual affairs. When you're up to it, I suggest you drop in on Plato's Retreat and see what's been happening.
What's Plato's Retreat?
It's a social club where people go to have sex. You can have sex with someone you bring, or with someone you meet there, or with a whole room full of strangers.
Ooh, a whole room full?
If you like.
Men and women?
Naturally, you choose your partner or partners as you wish.
Well, is it very expensive?
On the contrary, it is very inexpensive. In fact, this month, they're having a 2-for-1 sale.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
To the retreat. If that man thinks that he's going to get away with cheating on me, then he's got another guest coming. Let's go. It's on me.
Laura, you misunderstood me. I don't...
Come on. Let's go. He will not get away with it. Not this time. He won't get away with cheating on me.
But they don't open up till late in the evening.
Well, is there another one open like it around here?
Not at this hour.
Then what am I supposed to do?
Do? What do you have to do?
I have to show this man that marriage is 50-50. And whatever that he can do, I can do too.
But your husband is deceased. He's no longer with us.
Oh, no. He is with us, all right. He's here. And he hears everything that we're saying. Don't you worry. Oh, Lord, don't you understand? I can't let him get away with it. I can't. He humiliated me. I can't let him get away with making a fool out of me. For 10 years, I believed him. I can't do it. I have to even the score with him. I have to show him that anything that he can do, I can do too. That he can give it tit for tat, and I can give it tit for tat right back.
You're emotionally overwrought, Laura. Just... I want you to... What are you doing? Why'd you lock the door?
Wow. I didn't want us to be interrupted. Can I ask you a question, Laura?
If you must.
Well, I have this absolute amazing idea, stupendous idea, but I just have to ask, are you gay?
Ah! I hate that word. I hate it.
Well, are you queer?
Where'd you get that from?
It's just a wild guess.
It so happens I'm bisexual and I'm very, very proud of it.
Well, is the situation that happened with you like mine, similar to mine, did it involve a man and a woman?
Both, actually. It was a menage a trois. They did me dirty. Let's leave it at that. It's all in the past.
Okay. Lord, I have to admit something. I find you extremely attractive. I mean, you're a very, very viral man and very physically appealing. Do you find me physically appealing?
Yes, I would say so.
Good. Now, do you remember what you said about me being behind the times? Well, you were right. I am a little bit backwards when it comes to sex, but I'm willing to learn. No one can come in. It's just us.
Laura, I don't think this is advisable.
Come on, Norm. It's just you and me in here, and well, wouldn't it be awesome to do it with him in the room?
Who's him?
Walter!
For you, perhaps. Speaking for myself, I would rather a less severe environment.
Oh, come on, Walter. It's no difference. Look.
No, wait,
Please,
Laura, no, wait, what
right?
are you doing? No.
Come on.
I think you misunderstood me. You see, I can't do it with you in here. In my father's funeral home. It's gosh, and frankly, it doesn't turn me on.
Well, what do you need to be turned on?
A couple of martinis wouldn't hurt.
Oh, couldn't you have them afterwards?
I could, but that wouldn't be the same thing now, would it?
Oh, Walter, no, Norm. You're blowing this way out of proportion. Come on. It'll just be you and me.
You know, it's like shaking hands, but even though shaking hands has some preliminaries, you don't just go up to someone and grab their hand and start jerking it, do you?
Well, would you like me to run out and get you a thermos bottles of martini?
It's not just the martinis. It's the whole ambiance. I like there to be music, and dancing, and a spirit of gaiety and jubilance and...
Well, that's awesome. It's wonderful. We can have music and singing and dancing. Why not? We don't have to be so grim about it. I'm giving him something he can feel. Come on, Lord. Ooh, to let him know his love is real. Ooh, Nora, get with it. I'm giving him something he can feel. Yeah, you hear that, Walter? To let him know this love is real. Are you watching, Walter? Are you watching? Come on, Nora. I'm giving him something he can feel.
Laura, I can't. It's all wrong. I can't.
Oh, Norm, what's all wrong? If Walter is where you are now and you were where Walter is now, I'd have been laid on that ground 10 minutes ago, screwed.
I am not Walter. Do not compare us.
You're not Walter. That's true.
Do you know what would help?
Something would help.
Uh-huh.
Can't wait to hear what that is.
If there was a crowd of people in here, watching us like at Plato's retreat. Yeah, that would be awesome and help out enormously.
How many people will we need in here?
Oh, about 10, 15, 20, 30.
20 or 30. 20 or 30. Where are we going to find 20 or 30 people to stand around and watch us? Wait, please. Don't tell me.
You know what else would help?
There's something else?
If you kind of cut your hair to a kind of a bob and bleached it with streaks of silver and gold.
That shouldn't be too hard.
And if there was some color in here, some flecks of green and blue and red all over the walls and ceiling, and if we wore the same outfits, identical outfits, and if we didn't speak to one another directly, and we pretended we didn't know each other, or suspected that in a little while, we'd be having sex with each other. Why'd you unlock the door?
You have been very kind and considerate, and I thank you for staying with me and making things a little bit easier.
You don't wanna...
No. Sorry. No intimacy intended.
But
I want to be home alone with my husband now.
Very well. As you wish. If you need anything...
Thanks. But no thank you.
As you wish. I'll send in your guests once they arrive.
Thank you. Oh, Walter. Oh, Walter. Walter, my darling. My husband, my sweetheart. Oh, I love you so much. Why didn't you listen to the doctors, Walter? Why did you leave me? I love you, Walter. I will always love you. Please, take care of yourself.